Is Pharaoh still existing? As he before, resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. We like the Israelites still in pain. We just can't go on this way. So send us another Moses again. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh.
And of course, let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, those on YouTube, those on the dial 95.9 FM. We want to say a special welcome to you again. It's in the village of the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. And let me bring in 1/3 of the dark triplets in here. No other than the world most famous poet, motivator, and troublemaker.
Oh, Lord.
With me, Diana Ben Skimboy.
I don't know nobody by
Diana, boy. Diana, you know, think nice, though. Think nice. We are instrumental in many changes in Trinidad and Tobago. What, boy? You know, people inside already, you know, Steve Trini Lopez, Ron the MC, Cheese Sticks, hello, good afternoon. Anthony Medford already inside. Albert Montano inside too. Raj V. I come to hee. She look like what? Diana, you already getting all kind of comments already. Good evening, Anson and Diana, Albert Montana. Raj V. Hey Raj, where you joining us from? Raj look like he knew, you know. But Diana Benz, wave me Diana Benskin, welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody.
What is that one?
I was answering Rajvi. Let him know I better look in the ear. I'm getting a feedback. And yeah, I don't know why.
I think let me try this. Is that you still getting it?
I'm better looking than Ian.
Who's Ian?
Hearing myself. Ian Ali.
Oh, Ian Allen? Oh, all right, I don't know. All have all your own thing going on. Me, you know that.
I better look in the ear by far.
Trini Lopez, I forget to mention Dag Lawyer. Who is that? Who is that?
Dag Lawyer. Maybe
Yeah,
it's Tommy. Let me change my headset.
Yeah. You must get a headset by Pennywise in Trinidad. Somebody send that for you? Somebody send that for you? Why Diana change the headset? Let me bring in Tommy here.
Oh, Trini like the Marco.
Tommy, welcome, my friend.
Good evening, family. Miss you on Saturday. Missed you dearly on Saturday, but I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah.
Are we getting a feedback?
Feedback from it? No more. Marissa Garcia, where are you joining us from? Are you related to 𝗵𝗲 𝗂𝗧𝗑𝗧, Marissa, where you joining us from? Marissa knew, I know Marissa knew. Run don't start the bacchanal already. Run, we even start the program good yet. Run DMC already start the cook trouble already. So we only take a sugar water jab today.
Oh God.
Run DMC. Let me say this, Let me say this off the top. And listener, I want to address the mayor from San Fernando, the Honorable Junior Reguera, because he went down into the weeds. Sometimes there's a quote, I will say just now. Templars Creed, where are you joining us from? Marissa, you have to tell us where you're joining us from if you could. Templars, yeah, Templars Creed, where are you joining us from again? You're not Trinidad, I don't know what kind of name, boy. Templars Creed. What does that mean, Diana?
Templars
Creed.
It might be a Shakespearean thing. I don't know.
Albert Montano says, thanks to the great people like you all. Templars Creed is from USA. What part of the USA? We like when you people join. Wait now, Marissa says I'm honestly not sure. She originally from Diego Martin. So Marissa, where is joining us from? Marissa, she's not sure if she related to 𝗵𝗲 𝗂𝗧𝗑𝗧. 𝗵𝗲 𝗂𝗧𝗑𝗧. Run DMC say, okay, I stayed away from politics. I wonder if this station like 𝗵𝗲.
The feedback gone.
Yeah, it gone.
Something on your end.
I say the feedback gone and something on my end. I know nothing. Me have nothing extra here.
Tommy, what's up?
I'm good, Waveney. How are you, Stormy?
I'm good.
Oh,
I gain plenty licks.
Boy.
Well, you're back, bro. You could take that.
Tommy, if you see licks, you one guy, né?
But guess it's good licks.
You ever get when you ever get good licks?
Yeah, good licks, like if you're beating a drum, you know.
Good night, Rose. Good night. Marissa Garcia said I'm from Trinidad too. What part of Trinidad, Marissa? Anthony Medford said no to 𝗵𝗲. That's the Parliament channel, Rose says good night, Gary, Diana, Ansem, and Tommy. Yeah, Gary is joining us shortly. So
Good night,
you know,
Rose.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's the first time somebody says something good about me, you know, right? Rose say handsome, looking handsome. Rose, I gotta tell you in truth,
Yeah.
Most of the ladies, some who can call me handsome, they just call me handsome for short. You know, some of you can pronounce my name very well, so they just call me handsome, and that is okay. So Templars Creed is from the Carolinas. Templars, come on, man, they are North Carolina, it is South Carolina. You know, there are plenty Carolinas. Marissa is from San Juan, from Aranguez. Yeah, all right, good. So everybody inside. Run says 𝗵𝗲 does block everyone when you say anything about this government. North Carolina, all right, Templars Creed, here we go. This is how you do it in the village, man. When you come in the village, you know, you want to know where you're from. If you tell me you're from Carolina, which Carolina it is, you see, we know geography and we know history, you know. You understand? We have it down inside of here, you know. She say LMAO. Oh God. Yeah. We have it down, boy. But you know, what is going on, boy?
Yeah, Dr. Kidra, he get joke.
All right, let me see. Oh, but listen to this before you get choke,
Not choke, joke.
Joke?
Or jab.
No, it's jab.
No, it's joke. Ask the Trini in the chat. It's joke or jab?
It's jab.
Joke or jab? Joke or jab?
Joke is a real lineman. See, joke is a, you see, Diana, joke is a different meaning. You know, when you got a little joke.
Joke or jab?
The jab is when you get the vaccine. The joke is when you get something else.
I was choke.
Joke. When you got a little joke.
I'm asking the group. Let them tell me. Joke or jar?
No, you know what joke is? Huh?
It's joke. See? Joke. See? Uh-huh.
You know, she thinks China sell him a special vaccine for him to sign over our port.
Oh, God.
Pete out of talk nothing. What? Then plus Pete said choke. Joke.
See?
What kind of choke we have in this chat here?
It is not jab, it's choke.
But it's CHOOK
Excuse me.
or JOOK.
Whatever it is, however you spell it, is choke. Joke for joke.
Yeah, joke for joke. Remember they call it so joke. It's joke for joke.
It's a joke. It's not a jar. Not a jab.
Run the MC talk about chuck. CHUK.
That's a different name. That's how somebody chuck you on, sir.
Run the MC say I like all you are leaving out Douglas politics tonight. we get Marissa says we have many different ways to say it in our local vernacular.
Vernacular. I like that word.
Oh wait, Rose said chuck. Rose, where you get chuck from? She said chuck is a different thing. What is that? What is that one? Chuck.
Please don't engage Rose. Don't engage Rose.
Rose say hi to Ron. Rose easy. Rose say hi, Ron.
But listen to answer. Look, he getting joke with a 𝗧𝗵𝗲 vaccine.
Yeah.
Right? Is he gonna be able to enter the US, the UK, and Canada?
Yeah.
So what about the rest of the citizens too?
Nah, they can't go.
Oh Lord.
Man is our prime minister. But wait. But look at this. All those in Trinidad, all they should be happy. Look. All they should be cheering. Look. That is 800,000 selling farm, boy. All they see it? Live at the red, boy.
I wonder if they get exemption to come.
Nah, let me need no exemption. All you see? All your vaccine reach.
Sugar water.
I don't know. Templars Pete say even with a diplomatic passport. Nah, that's for you to go wherever you want. Albert Montalvo say, Answer man Diana, you are a true Trini. Know how to laugh even in serious business. Yeah, we had a laugh. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everything, you know, I mean, everything is everything.
He get choke with vaccine and choke from liars.
Oh God, you know, we could just have a show reading the comments. Anthony Medford say is Freemasonry officially part of the TNT Catholic Church, as our state people say.
Good Father God.
You get joke with vaccine and choke from liar saying.
Tommy,
If it wasn't sugar, Templars Peace, if it wasn't sugar water, that was fire water. Oh God! Oh, Ratty, US have no vaccine mandate as yet.
or maybe
Canada
a dose of holy water.
Yeah, I think they don't allow with 𝗃𝗏𝗏.
Oh Lord. Y'all need to all go in the corner and kneel down.
And pray. But listen, the country gained 800,000 vaccine. That means 400,000. That means when you look at it, at least 20-something% of the population could get vaccinated. You know?
But which 20,000?
27%.
Which 27%?
But they've already administered over 200,000 first jabs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, Tommy, that's a good point.
Okay.
Rose saying 2013, I wrote a Chuckney Stoker for Prophet Benjamin called Nola Kani.
Hey, Anselm, leave Rose alone.
No, but look, see everything in chat.
Leave Rose. Rose up to no good.
How you know?
Yeah, Diana, Marissa said we already prayed in our corner, Mrs. Diana.
Oh my God.
Templars could say no Lokani. What is that? Rose, what is that?
You
don't know what Lokani is?
No, what is that? Templars could ask Rose if you ever sing it.
You see how she laughing? You see? Uh-huh.
Rose like that song and nobody never sing it. Yeah. Rajvi said 600,000 in the next 3 months. Everything could open after that. Templars could say, oh, they're really cracking me up. Yeah. But Tommy and Dara, we didn't start the program yet.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Albert said, and some is Tokyo born of the flyover where you grew up. Nah, that Picton, man. I grew up in 𝗪𝗏, boy. Up here, or Snake Valley.
No, wait. He grew up in Monkey Bottom and Monkey Bottom and Snake Valley.
No, True Monkey Bam Bam.
True Monkey Bam Bam.
Yeah,
and Snake Valley.
A macaque is a monkey, right? And it says 𝗪𝗏, so it's True Monkey Bam Bam.
And Snake Valley.
That's why there's three 𝗪𝗏 so close. This them up there is Bam Bam. Them is Bam Bam people. You know what I mean?
So what else they want to talk about? They say Mario.
Hold on, 1 minute, Diana.
Right.
Anthony Medford says Sputnik V. Oh, what is that one?
Sputnik 5.
Oh, Sputnik. Tommy, thanks.
Anselm, let me leave a camera.
Okay, yeah.
Sputnik 5. But Anselm, we partner do well with the Soccer Warriors over the weekend, on Saturday night, man.
But yeah, no joke, you know.
Boy, I tell you, I want to commend him on his entry into the coaching game for the team.
I actually had something there for them, yes. I actually have a video there too, yes. Takisha, welcome. Marissa Garcia said we can't even walk outside with a sign to protest in our yard. Nah, you can pop a sign in your yard, man. Rose said I performed it with him in a Chutney Soca Monarchs competition and we played 6. What? Rose?
She big in the dance.
But Rose, you big in the dance, Rose? Rose, we had to get to come and perform that chutney here in the village, yes? Nah, boy. Rose, what, boy? Rose, like that, a chutney, boy. Ron DMC say, a Locaine is a sister-in-law. She have to stay between the couple the wedding night. Anything could happen.
That's right. Lokani.
That's what it is?
Lokani.
What it is?
What he said, that's the one who does be making sure that nothing go wrong between the couple. That they ain't do what they're not supposed to do.
Before they get married?
The Lokani.
Oh, look, I never knew that, man. I didn't know that.
Remember the song? That is a Hindu thing.
There's do that in Trinidad?
And Hindu in Trinidad?
Oh, I didn't know that, boy. What? I learning, boy. I learning.
We all live and learn.
I learn, boy. Because I didn't know Lokani when I
You marry a Betty?
But Templar Speed say, I thought in Lokani does be the mother sleeping between the married couple.
Oh God. Whoever want to be the Lokani, could be sister-in-law, auntie, whatever. Did I see Lokani? Look, you don't have to, yeah, you don't have to be the sister-in-law or the sister or the mother. It could be any family member, I guess, doing the Wakazi Lokani.
Why are we going down that road talking about them stuff?
But look.
But we learning something.
Rose asking, the Pokani is the pipe that has blow the fire with.
Oh Lord. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine.
Monks, welcome, boy. Monks, welcome. Monks just say Chuck. Monks, you come kind of late. Chuck.
Chuck. See, all right, good. So it is a consensus that it's Chuck.
Chuck with a CH.
So he get Chuck today. Good.
Oh yeah. All right. So he get Chuck today. Yeah.
So I hear Mario's saying that only people who get Chuck can return to work.
Who's that? Pizza boys?
Mario's Pizza. Yeah.
If they get job, they can't return. They have to get Chuck first.
This one? You have to vaccinate to operate?
Yep.
All right. Well, KFC.
And you notice the $150 equates to transportation money to get you back and forth.
Right?
Oh Lordy. Get on the plantation.
But wait now, and we supposed to have somebody at 7:15?
Yeah, she's supposed to be in the background. She's not there.
Not there. But let me try and get somebody in here. 4 hours. I put this up. I was gonna put this up for Gary special here. Gary, your partner having your partner in the morning program tomorrow morning, 6:15 a.m. So I want everybody to tune in. I want all Trinbagonians to tune in. All right, tune in because we partner on the Inside tomorrow morning. Yeah. Templar Creed says take the risk, vaccinate. You know what? Templars Creed, I agree with you. I really agree that it's better to take the risk and get vaccinated than. Yeah, monks, that's right time for the choke, man. It's better to take the risk and get vaccinated than to not take the risk. But if anybody don't want to take the vaccine, I don't have a problem with that either.
Okay, Anselm, she should be coming on there shortly.
Okay, yeah. If anybody don't want to take the vaccine, I really don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? How many people, Raj, we say you go take a Pfizer if you get one? Raj, I know somebody in the Ministry of National Security, you know, I could see if I could organize something for you. You know, something will work out. But I will tell the people on Trinidad and Tobago there, if you had a choice, well, you don't really have any choice. I will take the Sinopharm vaccine because I think Sinopharm is better than no farm. I just being honest. You know what I mean? Because if all you're waiting for Johnson & Johnson's, right? I don't really think so. Ron the MC said that is a question answer from Templar. No, well, I think she says take the risk, vaccinate. Templar, are you telling people to vaccinate and take the risk and vaccinate? I think that's what she's saying, right? But I think I have the video here with the Prime Minister. You know, hold on, let me see. When he take the vaccine
is that the Prime Minister or is that a clone?
No, that was the Prime Minister.
Oh, you know.
Here we go. No, I didn't. But I want to clear up something too. I want to clear this up, and I think this is kind of important. I don't know why that happened there. Solo layout. Let me go this way. Let me just escape there. All right. I want to clear up something. I honestly believe that two things, right? The Prime Minister actually had COVID-19. And secondly, the Prime Minister actually got vaccinated with 𝗧𝗵𝗲. And here's my reasoning behind that. It would be the biggest disaster in the history of Trinidad and Tobago if the Prime Minister was to be negative and he put into the public domain that he's positive for COVID-19. That would be a big disaster. And I think Dr. Rowley is a stable genius, right? Secondly, the vaccine today, I believe, and we are all entitled to our opinions, I believe it was 𝗧𝗵𝗲 vaccine, right? And not any other type of vaccine. Because if it is a Pfizer vaccine in a 𝗧𝗵𝗲 box, the person who give that vaccine, right, could leak information to the public. Just as how when he was tested positive, they could have leaked information to the public saying that he was negative, right? And for public relations, he's saying that he's positive. I honestly do believe that Dr. Rowley will take that chance in that situation. I really do believe that. Some people tell me otherwise, but I do believe that. So far, we haven't been able to prove that he was negative. You know what I'm saying? And he said he was positive. You know. And that's what I say. So, Albert Montano says, I've taken 2 shots already at my pharmacy and never have to line up and I'm all right. 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗁𝗧𝗏 says, no, the words don't sound right to me. That's all. Lana join us. Lana, welcome. Andy Ramprasad, welcome. I think, Andy, this might be your first time. Andy, where are you joining us from?
20 doctors died after taking the 𝗧𝗵𝗲.
Yeah. In Myanmar, 20 doctors die after taking the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 vaccine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of things have happened.
Is she backstage yet?
Yes, Marissa Goodrich. Yeah, she's backstage. Let's bring her in. Hello, Marissa.
Pleasant good night, everyone. It's a pleasure to be in the forum tonight.
All right.
I'm humbly blessed as always.
Did you put yourself dark, or that's how you wanted it?
Actually, I'm outside in my gallery away from the family and the kids. Everyone is inside, so I came out into the porch.
Okay, so we're seeing you somewhat dark. That's all.
I know.
Yeah, but anyway, that's okay. The substance is
it's
more
like
important.
well, it's pretty dark outside
No,
right now because it's 7:30.
That's okay. So what we have you here, of course, Monks, we're gonna get back to that. The so-called warriors made us proud, absolutely. So what we have here for tonight, Marissa, is for you to tell the people your story. I know, you know, you had spoke to Diana, and we wanted to bring you on, you know, to talk about your plight and your story, because, you know, sometimes people believe that we here at WZYE 95.9 FM are making up some of these things, and we don't bring truth to power. But we have said over and over that here at WZYE 95.9 FM, you know, we speak truth to power. So we would like you to tell the listeners, you know, and our audience, what is your story?
That's not a problem at all. Basically, the plight that I find myself in with my family right now, being an amputee, above being an amputee locally in Trinidad and Tobago, is we fall on the lines of being served with a notice to vacate the premises where we've been renting for 3 years plus since the pandemic started. At the beginning of the year, we were served with a 6-month contract, and that came up to end last month. We went to them basically with a proposal that, you know, we can renew the contract under certain terms with the pandemic right now until financially we are able to pay the rent permanently, full $3,000 at the beginning of the month. And unfortunately, the response that we were hit with is they're not renewing the contract. So now, with 3 kids who live with us, ages 5, 13, and our second son turned 15 2 days ago, we now have to find a home for our kids and have to find security deposit. and everything else. My husband isn't back out to work as yet. He's been home since February. So we've been surviving off of paying the rent with my disability check because I'm on disability locally. I collect the grant of $2,000 a month from the government. That's the only assistance we get from the government. I am not one to reach out and look for assistance. I'm not that type of person. I am one who's always there helping others. If there's anyone on the live now from Trinidad and Tobago that know me, my maiden name is Garcia. They know that I'm the type of person, I am always there for people. Up to 3 weeks ago, we were so fortunate that we were blessed by both our mothers with grocery stuff. And we knew there were a couple neighbors right around who were going through hard times like us. And we made up bags and distributed from what we got to them to make sure their families had something to eat. Even though we're going through our circumstance right now. Because that is how we are. Each one help one. But it's really dire, and it's something that the government needs to wake up to. They really need to wake up and shake up and believe here's what the people need help. Because for me to reach here and to actually allow Miss Benson and Ansel to put my face, I'm a private person. I don't put my business out in the streets. Far less for it to be on the internet. So that alone will let you all know this queen is fed up. She is fed up, not only for herself, but for her people. Things that I see every day. Locally, right now, personally, it have elders that I know got evicted because they're unable to pay their rent. A couple of them start doing little small things at home, selling sugar cakes, sweet kumar, tulum, and they would walk around. There's one lady started selling pillowcases and stuff just to make $1 to make something to eat, and I support them because I know that is how they're making their money. That's how they're making $1 to make sure they have something to eat. There are many elders within the neighborhood that we help each other out. There's one particular old man, as in our local term, we call them vagrants, the street livers. Every day, if not every day, every other day, he cuts a plate of food from my home. Because I am old school. I believe and grow in giving someone a plate of food, making sure someone has something to eat is nothing. That is nothing to do. To make sure that every mouth is fed, that is nothing. Because I know what it is not to have. I know what it is to come from nothing. You remember I mentioned that I'm an amputee. 8 years ago, I was hit by a small maxi crossing the bus route. 5 years ago, I lost my leg after fighting a battle with my knee, with my right leg being smashed with over 27 places between the knee and the ankle. I had steel for 5 years. Within that time span, I developed a severe bone cancer, osteomyelitis, that became cancerous. I went through cancer treatment for 2 years before I gave up and decided to amputate the leg. Because the cost of medication is way too high. The cost of treatment is way too high. It made no sense. And the government does not support you. So for my health, my strength, and a better life with my family, I made the decision to amputate the leg above the knee. I have had a better life since. I must personally say, yes, my life has been better physically. I don't live in as much pain as I used to. I still live with excruciating pain because I have nerval damage to the entire right side of my body. I cannot physically go back out there to work, even if I want to.
Well, Ms.
But
Goodrich,
even through,
did you get any other grant? Did you get? Were you eligible for any other grant that the government was giving out?
Unfortunately, no, I am not, because my husband works with a construction company, yes, but he's not on contract. He's a daily paid worker. So unfortunately, he's not able to go in to apply for any of the grants. And even before that, I did have a food card 3 years ago, when they spoke about bringing in the biometric system. They did not renew my food card because the strip was started to give problems. They did not renew it because they said it was going into the biometric. It didn't make any sense. I'm still yet here and waiting to receive a food card for my family and myself.
So wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand.
The only assistance I get from the government locally in Trinidad and Tobago is my disability check at the sum of $2,000 every month. That's it.
So you had
nothing.
a food card. You had a food card, right?
the strip went bad, like how your normal car
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yes,
And they
they
and they
they didn't
they haven't
replace it.
renewed it.
Never, no.
And did they give you a reason why?
They were looking to transfer over into the biometric system at that point in time under the UNC government. And then when PNM came into power, they just totally forgot about that whole process. They didn't go with biometric anymore and never got it back. With my prosthesis, 3 years ago, I applied for the grant. The grant was approved. I honestly had a segment was done with me on CNC3 by 𝗪𝗀𝗄𝐿, bringing awareness to the amputees locally, right? Where I started an amputee support group locally because there's no support for us here, none. There's no place where we can go as a group amongst each other, where we can feel comfortable among people who can relate to our daily life struggles. We don't have it. I started an online group. Presently, I have 12 members locally. We don't really interact much on the page, but we interact amongst each other. Ms. Diana, I believe you helped out one of my senior members, Mrs. 𝗬𝗠𝗬𝗠, I believe is her surname.
I did?
I believe you assisted her this week here. She was on one of your lives on Facebook and she reached out to you for assistance also.
Oh boy.
She's
Okay.
one of the older amputees down here. Right?
Okay.
You see how small the world is? You didn't even know that. You know how small Trinidad is. So seeing people interacting on your lives on Facebook and stuff also, you will see names of people that you know. And yeah, she's one of your viewers, and I do believe, I'm not too sure if you have sent the assistance to her yet, but she did reach out to you. She did reach out to you. I believe that was on the live with the 𝗪𝗪𝗃, where you were speaking about them giving out the bags in 𝗪𝗪𝗃 and other places. She mentioned that she needed assistance and she would gladly take your help.
What constituency are you from, Ms. Deborah?
Originally, I am from the West constituency, but due to losing my leg and where I was living by my mom, I cannot access the property unless I'm lifted on. So I was forced to move. So I'm in the the San Juan constituency, which is the east.
And who's the councillor and representative for that area?
If I tell you honestly, Mr. Ansel, I am not ashamed to say it. I do not know, because I've been living in this constituency for 3 years and not one day, including when they were passing the election and the whole campaign and driving across with the trucks in front of the property where I'm renting. Not one day have I seen any representative. And I'm speaking about, I personally stood at my gate when they were giving out the mask recently during the COVID last year. Stood at my gallery entrance. I had on a dress where you can actually see I am an amputee. And I watched them all walk straight past me. They went to the houses opposite me. They dealt with everybody there and they walked straight past, and I just smiled, shook my head, closed my gate, and I went back inside. That's the reality that the Trinidadians are living with now. If it is you don't go on your hands on your knees begging and pleading to them, and even doing that, you still do not get the assistance you need.
But have you reached out to the councillor in the constituency?
Honestly, I have not taken the chance to go out because within the past couple of months, we have had a spike of community spread. And me being an amputee and having underlying issues from my accident, I do not venture out unless I have to.
So are you thinking about taking the vaccine or not?
I cannot, even if I was thinking about doing it because of my medical problems. I cannot take the vaccine. I am a high-risk patient. That's one of the reasons why I do not venture outside.
So what we have to do, we have to see what we can do. You know what I mean?
As I said, as I mentioned to Ms. Benskin before, right? Within the message that I did, the typing up to her and everything is. the whole thing that we want to bring about the reality is what the citizens are facing when it comes to those who are renting. These are the realities that we are facing right now. Yes, there are some of us who are able to keep afloat, combining whatever little finances we can to make the rent. But this is what it boils down to with the rental situation with some of the landlords. They have no heart.
Right.
You know what it is to know you're giving the entire $2,000, which is all your family have. You didn't buy food, nothing at all yet, to make sure you cover more than half your month's rent because your rent is $3,000. You pay the 2,000 on the promise that before the month is finished, you're going to pay it off, and it is guaranteed paid off before the next month. If it is not paid off before the next month, in the next month's rent, when the 2,000 come in, it's $3,000 they get in your hand. That's how we've been running since the year started, due to work being closed, not being able to go out and work and have the finances coming in. It's not to say that you're back in arrears. And there are a lot of families facing this right now. And they are being put in the positions like my family and I now, where we are forced to find rental. Now, when we took up residence with them, we had our own stove, living room set, everything, but their place was semi-furnished. So we had to give away our stove. Now, mind you, it's 5 years now we're renting with these people. All right? We gave away our stove. We gave away the majority of the living room set. Thank God we kept the couch, so we have a couch to use to move it. But one major thing that I'm going to need now to feed my family that I don't have is a stove. So other than having to find the security deposit, first my husband and I now to come up with the security deposit, we have to also find finances or find some sort of some way to locate a stove.
Listen,
Oh my God.
we'll take care of the stove.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll have a stove. And also,
Thank
you'll
you
have a
very
stove.
much.
Yeah, we guarantee you that you'll have a stove. And also,
Greatly appreciated, Mr. Anson and Miss Diana. You all have no
No
idea.
problem.
you know you'll have a
You
stove.
have no idea.
You'll have a stove.
You'll have a stove.
I
I'm guaranteeing you will have a stove. All right? Don't worry. You'll have a stove. Don't worry.
don't
Don't
cry.
worry.
Don't
Don't
cry.
cry. No, no, don't
Don't
cry.
cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
No
Don't
cry.
cry.
Just
It's
You're gonna
hard.
start me
It's hard.
crying. You don't. Oh
No,
my
It's hard
God.
no.
because
Listen.
knowing
Whew.
that you're the type of person always being there for people,
Mm,
and to know that okay, there's actually someone there to stand and help you now when
mm.
you're unable to assist others and assist yourself. You all have no idea how much this means to me and my family.
Yeah. All right. So listen to
None.
this. Listen to this, right? We have Zaire Ali, who's also gonna come on right after you. He just stated he's happy to assist you and you'll buy tomorrow. So what we'll do, we will liaise with Zaire when
Yes,
Zaire comes in.
I know Mr. Zahir. I
Right,
contacted Mr. Zahir
right,
last month to assist
right.
a single mother with her kids. Even though we were
Yeah.
going through our stuff, I contacted him to assist her with money to get a phone card and birthday cake for her little daughter. And he refused my assistance when he heard that I was an amputee.
Mm, mm,
He can testify to this. This man could testify. Look at this. Look, he's in the
mm.
chat, and I don't even know this.
Yeah, yeah. We actually have him coming on next after you. We have
Thank you,
him coming
Mr.
on next.
Zahir, from my family and I, Mr. Zahir. Thank you. You know of my plight. You know of
Listen,
it, sir.
Oh my God.
listen. Just think of it this way, right? You know, there are angels that comes to help and protect other people, and it was ordained that you come on the program tonight, and we are going to make sure that your family have a stove, and you don't have to worry about that. You could sleep peacefully tonight to know
Thank
that
you, Father.
you are
Thank you,
guaranteed
Father.
that you will have a stove.
Thank you, Father. You always answer prayers when you are called upon.
Yeah, we just we have a ministry
God.
here. Okay, this is a program here in the village with the dark place. This is not just a program to talk about bacchanal and confusion and blame and complain and blame the PNM and blame the UNC. This is not, or blame the ILP or blame whoever. This is a program here where is that we know the difficulties. Listen, we don't live in Trinidad and Tobago, and we are not in the position that many people are in, but we understand the plight of the people. And we are just trying for the government of Trinidad and Tobago you know, and for the Minister of Social Development or Social Services, whatever it is, right? When you go come out and tell people, right, that they're greedy, people suffering, right? And you have the people from the Go Along, Get Along, P&M gang, right? Defending you for that. It's unbecoming. But Mrs. Goodrich, just say to yourself that, you know what? You know, we are here, right? And we're gonna assist, you know, with that you could be, you know, we have done this many times. We have done this many times, over and over and over. So it's not a problem. Yeah. Yep.
Yes, sir. I do hear you, Mr. Anto.
Yeah,
I do hear you.
we are here. We are here to comfort many people, you know, and for people to hear your story, because your story is a real story. And we didn't tell you what to say, what not to say. We didn't call you and say, well, like, I wanted to say this or I wanted to say that. We just tell you
No,
you're gonna be on the,
it's raw as raw could be. That's
we
one thing
keeping it
that I've
real.
noticed about the show since the program, since
Mhm.
I was invited in. Just taking in one of Miss Benskin's lives on Facebook. I found you all on YouTube, and I've been following the station on YouTube,
Mhm.
right? And that is one thing I realized. You all keep it real. The
We
whole
keep it
thing is
real.
speak your truth.
Truth to power. Truth to
Speak
power.
your truth.
Speak your truth.
Keep it clean, but speak your truth.
Truth to power. Yep. This
And,
is about country. This is about country.
and that is exactly what it is right now. And as I said, I know a lot of families who don't have, and I am not in a position to help them personally anymore the way I was before. And I'm talking about small businesses also, a single mother who is a hairdresser. I have friends who lost their jobs in restaurants, started their own businesses at home. I supported them buying food. I supported who selling five and celery and thing off the land up in Parliament here. Would tell mommy I want a 4 or 5 bundle, bring it down the road for me. That is the type of person that my husband and I are. Friends, family that we know don't have. We don't have anything. Come down the road and check me, take it from a group, from my own cupboard and packing grocery bags. If I can't make it to the grocery, make sure your family have something to eat. That is how we are. We've always been that way because we both know what it is to come from nothing.
Marissa,
And
I'm
it's
also putting,
hard to see what people going through this way. It's hard to see what people suffering and crying out for help, and they have nowhere to turn because even the people that they will turn to for help need help themselves.
and Rose, Marissa just said that, and you hear about the defenders, the defending that this one buy a Mercedes Benz in March.
They could
This
defend what they want, how they want, where they
this
want,
one
why
buy
they
a
want.
Mercedes
All
Benz
of
back
them
in
need
2019, and they're going back and forth with defending who buy, and people who
they
can't afford a
play.
Mercedes Benz, people
Yes,
who can't afford a Mercedes Benz, defending people
yes.
who buy a Mercedes Benz. I never seen daughter-sister in my life yet.
You know how much
You
families
can't
you could
afford
see
a
with the money you
detailed
paying for
Datsun.
Mercedes Benz.
You can't
You know
afford
what
a
families could
detailed
defend?
Datsun, and you defended somebody who buy a Mercedes Benz for $500,000. I could never
That is
defend that, and I
madness.
can afford a Mercedes Benz. How I gonna defend that? But
Mr.
I got people
Anto,
who,
half $1 million will secure my family with a home that we went to see before, just a couple months back before we end up in this situation, because we were looking to go into mortgage. We were looking to buy something to have a foundation to leave something for our kids, but unfortunately we can't do that again with how the country going right now.
yeah, and
500,000
Raj,
would have given my family and I a home,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
talking about Mercedes Benz.
Raj, it's both sides, you know. It's both sides, you know. Me saying PM or you know, it's
It's
both
both
sides, you know.
exactly. It's both sides.
Both sides.
They playing preschool and primary school back and forth, schoolyard
Yeah,
talk.
both
That is what
sides.
they're doing every time they go on media.
Yeah, so I don't want to
Putting
hear.
blame
I
on
don't want
this
to.
one, putting blame on that one.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing but this one bite and listen. people suffering. This time here, them should put a moratorium on anybody buying any kind of luxury car. Or you could buy a luxury car, but donate your taxes to people who's suffering in Trinidad and Tobago. Take the
No, no,
exemption
that's
of
the
the
thing about
taxes
it.
and
That
donate
is
to
the
people.
thing. That they tell you they're going to do that. They're not going to do that. They say that is food coming from their mouths.
Yep. But you know what?
If the board base enough to put up the exemption amount that they're being exempted and stuff online, you think
let
they
me bring
care
in
if the,
Zaya.
if the
Yeah.
people eat it?
Yeah, Zaya, I brought in because the conversation actually started to you, even though we had any backgrounds. I wanted to bring you in the conversation too. You know, so welcome,
Good
Zaya.
night.
Good night, Mr.
Miss
Zahir. Pleasure to
Goodrich,
see you
let
again,
me
sir.
humbly apologize. I have been so
It's
busy
okay. No,
that
no, you do not need to
you live
apologize to
one
me.
street away from
Sir,
me.
let me stop you. You do not need to apologize to me because I know personally the work you and Pundit also have been putting in on the ground to make sure that the families are fed down here. You do not need to apologize to me, sir.
So what I can assure you, tomorrow I'll visit you in John Street. I'll be there
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock because the morning we have to serve breakfast, 5,000 breakfast. And after we
Okay.
serve breakfast, sure, trying to make I'll visit you. And I will
Okay.
come with the stove one time for you and groceries, and we will see from there where we go.
No
Right?
problem,
Your
sir.
children
That's
going to
greatly
school also?
appreciated. Yes, the kids are in school also. Well, right now they're on vacation, so I'm
Okay.
waiting to find out what primary
I will
school my
also
daughter gets to.
I will also fill their book list for you. Whatever book list they
Okay.
need, I will also do that for you
Well,
tomorrow.
we haven't gotten them as
But
yet
when I
because
get your book list, you pass it on to me.
no problem. I will
Alright?
do that.
But
I will do that.
you know, I am grateful to this chat because without this chat, I could not continue my work because in the last year, December 31st, I was supposed to come back on the 24th of January and I was shut out of the country. And I was on the streets in Guyana all over waiting on exemption to come back. And if it was not for these few individuals on this chat, I would not have been able to continue my humanitarian service without them. And every single day when I go and get up, I thank God for these people. Because they had not only saved my life, but when I came back to Trinidad, I ended up in ICU for 9 days. And only God knows I'm still alive. And I think, as everybody said, I have a purpose with doing this.
Yes.
And I must say, and I'm grateful to Mr. Gary and everyone else on this chat. You know, I'm so grateful. We have been doing humanitarian work throughout Trinidad for the past 5 years. And let me give you one example how terrible it is in Trinidad. For the past month, we have been distributing breakfast and lunch every day throughout Trinidad and Tobago, throughout. And every day last week, I saw this guy coming and taking 3 lunches and he crazy. So I put him aside last week. I say, why are you taking 3 lunches for? He said, when you finish serve lunch, come go with me. I went up in his home in 𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗄𝗃. This guy was working at a fast food restaurant. He have 3 children. His wife died last year from COVID and he have no income coming in. And just imagine, he taking 3 lunch from me, not even his own self. And when I saw the condition of those children and him, I broke down. Last week again, I saw a 9 years old girl with her grandmother in San Juan begging. They leave Trin City to come down because everybody coming down sour now. Because that's the area along the Eastern Main Road I serve. So everybody coming down there. If you go on
I
my
remember
Facebook
that. I
page,
remember that post. You mentioned that on your post.
and I took the girl to Charon and I bought underwear for her, shoes for her because she had nothing. A 9 years old child. What a 9 years old child is on the street, begging for not for money, for a plate of food, for a donut, for a hot dog, for a doubles,
Something to eat.
something to eat. And it breaks your heart to know
Yes.
that these people who we put there, both sides, they don't care. None of them care for us. None of them. And I have lost all my trust in politics. And we are the ones to be blamed because we are the ones every year sitting my finger and we putting them there every time. Fooling us with that jersey, fooling us with coming us and giving us Nancy talk. And when they reach there, it's a horse of a different color. All of them, none is better than none. And every country down this road, I know where I live in Arangwes, I personally know families from Guyana who have gone back, you know. My niece works in Tandoori Hut. And they open back Tandoori Hut. But you know what happened? All the workers go back in the country. Because these are the workers who are chefs, can make Thai food and all these things. So they have no chef now. Because everyone in Trinidad. They are running.
Things getting bad.
And you all will not know only when you go out there, usually plight of families. It's terrible. Like today we went to 𝗪𝗵𝗃𝗚, you know, and I went to Brickfield. Families with no food. You have fathers who say they don't know what if they commit. I had a guy told me last week they committed suicide. You cannot give your children food. And the sad part about it, they brought a book list. And if you see that book list,
and not only that, half the books change.
No, they change the book. For example,
exactly.
The edition from 3 to 4, so you can't use last year's book. And one of those books, I can show you a book list on my table. Right now, I fill in 352 book lists. Right? 352 book lists I'm filling right now. And one of those book lists at the secondary school cost over $3,000 to fill.
I can testify to that. Up to last year, I had my eldest son who came out of school. He finished the exams last year. So I could testify to that. A secondary school book list would run between $3,000 to $4,000 depending on the book the child
whether the border open or whether they open back for the establishment. I don't see me rising right now at all.
So 盛𝗓, Marissa, hold that thought 1 minute. We got to go for a quick station identification and we'll be right back. Of course, guys, it's in the village with the 𝗃 and WZYE 95.9 FM. We have with us on the ground in Trinidad and Tobago, Zaya Ali, and we also have another young lady with us, Marissa Goodridge, and they're basically talking about, you know, some of the things that are actually going on in Trinidad and Tobago. So let's go for a quick station identification, and we'll be right back after this quick break.
95.9 FM, Maplewood, New Jersey, broadcasting from Essex County. You're listening to...
So yes, folks, we're going to go for a quick station identification.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with the 𝗃 and WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we have the Phantom just joining us. And folks, we have with us online out of Trinidad and Tobago, Zaya Ali, who's no stranger, you know, to in the village with the 𝗃. And we also have with us Marissa Goodridge, who's basically just talking about the things that are going on the ground in Trinidad and Tobago. So Zaya, you can continue.
Well, I am the president and one of the directors of a registered NGO, Glimmer of Hope Foundation, and we have been doing this work for the past 7 years. We are a registered NGO, so every single day we go out and meet families, not only during this period. Right now we're building 2 houses, one in Brazil and one in Princeton for 2 needy families. We have built over 17 houses so far. Every day for the past month, we have been helping families, needy and homeless, with 5,000 meals on morning and lunchtime every single day. We up to today we distributed 50 hampers in Brickfield. We distributed 50 in 𝗪𝗵𝗃𝗚. Every day we distribute hampers because people are giving because of the trust with us and transparency. So we have a lot of donors. And I don't mean to see big businesses, it's small men giving us hampers. So every day we have hampers giving out. We did snack bags today and we did lemon buns and we distributed that also. Tomorrow we have 500 doubles we're getting again and we have to go over to give it. And then lunchtime we have We are hooking up with the New
Okay,
Islam Mosque, and they are doing. Anybody want double city bond? Let me know.
Yes,
So the
thank
thing about
you.
it is
Make sure I
that
bring more in the comment.
we have been doing this work, and is a love for humanity. When we go out there, we don't see race, we don't see black, we don't see white, we don't see Muslim, Hindu, Christian. We see human beings, and this is our NGO. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, right? This is what I like to ask. I ask everybody this question, right? If you had to send a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, what would be your message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago?
Please step down. Please step down. It's about time. It's about time. I've lost trust. The way you speak to people, the arrogance in your voice. I can't take that. You're not equipped to be a prime minister to me. I don't think so. Honestly. And it's really sad because you were mentioning just when Mercedes-Benz and all these things, but it's both sides. And I would not blame one side. I would not blame one side. If the other side was shaped up and doing the work, they wouldn't have been booted out. Understand? So I blame both sides. So we need to turn to each other and be a brother's keeper now and forget the politicians. And we can do it. We are the ones put them there, and we can do it if we unite. But the thing about it's sad that Trinidadians can unite. They do not unite. Example, let me show you something how we could solve this poverty in Trinidad, right? You know there are a lot of mosques, a lot of temples and churches. You are hearing one religious leader right now talking about helping a community. These religious leaders can't get money. They get wherever they get in the church and the temple. If every leader in these communities come together and see by the community alone, small communities, we can solve this problem. But we're not even hearing any religious leaders. You're hearing nobody. They give out grants recently to certain religious organizations. God alone knows who get these hampers. Because before we give out a hamper, Ms. Gunju can tell you, we do assessment first to assure our donors in the family in need of not hoarding anything. Understand? So before we give you a hamper, we have to make sure that you're able to empower yourself next time. We can give you chickens to mine, ducklings to mine. You can plan something to help yourself. I can't come every Monday morning and give you a hamper. There are those we can help every so often who are unable to walk, unable to move around, and they are entirely critical illness. We will help those people.
Yeah.
But there are some just want a handout and they can move on. Right? But we are the one creating the monsters because we just give it and give it and give it. So people sit down home and they go say, no, Mr. Ali, bring a hamper for you next month. We don't work. We are working like that. I'm not doing that. I am not.
And that's understandable. Because we both know there are some of them that have been doing that.
Yeah,
and they're making it bad for others. Really bad for others.
So Marissa, I want to ask you the same. I want to ask you the same question because what we do, we have something on WZYE called a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, and we actually post the message, on social media, post people's messages because, they are actually listening to us. They are listening to us. And if you had an opportunity to give a message to the Prime Minister, Marissa, what would be your message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley?
My message to the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley of Trinidad and Tobago, you need to take better care of your people and look more into your disabled community also, because we need help. For too long, we have been neglected and just pushed aside in a corner and look to be felt to be less of part of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So wake up and shake up yourself so your people need you. Everyone needs you. Open up the place. Let us work safely so that we could provide for our families to keep a roof over their heads and food in their belly. Because today, tomorrow, when the landlord come knocking and they serve you the eviction notice, you're not there to keep us from being put on the streets and becoming another statistic. So please, do better, sir. Respectfully.
I have 13 families right now on list. they're going to be evicted by tomorrow. 13 families alone I have on my list. But I cannot pay rent. I cannot help. My hands are tied. And these are families with 3-4 children. Not a single
Like
parent or
myself.
a mother and father. They get evicted.
Like
They
myself.
be evicted. You understand? And you know the sad part about it? When they go out there to give these meals every day, it's not the homeless, you know. It's people out of work, they're coming for a meal.
Yes.
They're not homeless.
Because
they're going back home.
they have no sort of income.
You know what I look at? You know, usually when they give out meal in the promenade, somebody give me ashamed and no one person come and take a meal. They will feel ashamed. They will say like for beggars. I see men passing in big cars, begging and putting out their hand for a meal. We went in the crazy recently, last week Saturday, giving a pillow. And we stopped by a store. And the girls inside the store, in the bookstore, they selling books, ran out for a meal. Ran out for a meal. And I tell the person next to me, I say, look at this. Look at this. Usually these people be ashamed to take a meal. They're running for a meal. It's all about selling water and casting bananas and have a little food shed. And when he taking a meal too. So it's sad. It's sad in Trinidad and Tobago.
It's everybody going through it.
Sad.
And the thing about it is the pandemic have...
You know, every single day.
The pandemic has no particular home that it's hitting. It's hitting everyone from every class. It's affecting middle income families, low income families. It's affecting everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone is being affected, and the lower income families are feeling it the worst.
Real bad.
And Mr. Zahir, you know, because you work within the area also, so you know what I'm speaking about from just within the area.
Within the area, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 area, it's sad. Where we live it's sad. One is our counselor, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗃. We ain't seen 𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗃 to be honest with you. You understand? We're not seeing them.
You know, but Zaya, I want to say to you is that we appreciate, you know, because we've been in this battle here for a long time, you know, from you being exiled and stranded in Guyana, right? And you know, and look at it now, man, you are able, you know, to give back, you know, to the community. You know, he was always doing that.
Big blessing. He is a big blessing to the community.
Yeah. He was always doing it. But now you come back and you say, boy, it's even more, it's a higher level of giving back now. You know what I mean? Because, when you needed help, the help was reached out there for you to get it. But that was due to all the hard work that you put in previously. You see? So it came back to you, right? It came back to you. And now you are giving back even more than you did before because it's a pandemic now. It's a pandemic. You know, and we really appreciate that from the bottom of our heart, man. We want to say
every day, you know, from 6 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I'm out there. You know, I myself not well. You know, I have a one lung problem. I'm a cancer patient. I chemo. You know, I can't have problem breathing. You know, I have to be also scared out there also. Mixed with everybody. Yeah. But what you gonna do? I can't say no. I'm a person, just can't say no. I have to go. If you want to take me doing this, I don't mind. Yeah, I do, because somebody have to stand up for somebody over here. And if I can help one person a day, I feel happy.
But you know, Zaya, you just said something there in that when we started this battle here at WZYE 95.9 FM for exile and stranded citizens, the PNM government is a government that I support, right? And the PNM people were so upset with me and doing all kind of things, kicking me out of all kind of groups because I decided to stand up for people of the country. Right?
Yeah.
I thought they would have either keep silent or just leave me, let me go do my thing. Right? And these people were upset, but they don't even know. Use a prime example, Zaire, a prime example of what happened to people who were exiled and stranded But they didn't listen to your plight. They didn't even want to hear you. Because the first thing they say, who tell them to go there? Who tell them to send them? Who send them out there? When send them out there, they tell them the border will close. Why they go there for all kind of dirty stories. You understand? But at the end of the day, I will stand for country any day before party. And I want people to hear that clearly, you know. I will stand for country any day before party. Because when I go to the store, when I go to the grocery store, I don't have a P&M card to pay my bill. When the light bill come, I don't use a P&M check to pay my light bill. You understand? When the mortgage come, I don't use a P&M check to pay the mortgage. Right? And not only that, if I don't go and buy a car, I ain't getting no tax exemption to buy that car. I have to pay full cost. Right? And them same people who can't even afford half of that car, right? Standing up and say, hey, the man want to buy a Mercedes Benz. What wrong with that? Let the man buy a Mercedes Benz, eh? And people starving all over the country.
We need each other more than ever now. We need each other. There was one time we need each other, now is the time we need each other. We need to buy together because everybody in this.
Let's all stand together. This is about country.
About country.
Listen, it are poor UNC people, it are poor PNM people, it are poor ILP people, it are poor MSJ people, it are poor PDP people, all of them. And let me say this, Let me say this other thing, But anyway, I will save that for the editorial. I want to say this quickly, I want to say this quickly. There was a game in the European Cup 2020 where England played Italy. And 3 of England's best black players missed a penalty. Right? And you should hear how the English vilify them 3 black boys. Before that, they were English citizens playing for England. As soon as they missed them penalty, they were black players playing for England. It's the same thing with David Welch. I don't care what party David Welch supporting. It was a little black boy from Nova. They went and ill-treat. That is what I look at. Look at them 3 black men from England side. They play a heart out for England. But all the England supporters calling them all kind of name. Or you see what the soccer boys had to deal with in the game versus Mexico? It's a bunch of black fellas in the field from Trinidad and Tobago that has stopped the game. They don't look at them and say, there is PNM, or use a UNC, or use a ILP, right? Or use a Trinidadian. They look at them as black. Right? Or they better wake up, Or they wake up. Wake up.
Just want to show you all one thing before I go.
Yeah.
These are, I tell you, this is some of the books that I'm filling, right?
Right.
You're seeing, right? You're seeing?
No.
These are textbooks from last year. And believe me, none of these textbooks can use back now. These are books that I filled last year and children bought it back, right?
Yeah.
But look at it, look at this. $135, $176, $440, $269. They can't use back. Books changing every year, every term. They're changing books. And these children brought back these books in good condition. Watch. Not even need money book.
That is the reality.
Look at it.
Face them.
So you tell me,
every year the books
how
are
a person, a citizen of this country, a parent who have not been working with no money, can't even buy food. How are we going to buy books? 3 children to go to school. You tell me, look at these books. None of these books can use back. None. These are the new book lists. What do you do book list? New book list here, look at here. Look at this, new book list. One. Look at next one here.
But
see,
it Zaya, and that shows you that this current government, there is no innovation coming out of the current government. If I was the Minister of Education. I'm the Prime Minister. You see them books? For this year, we're having a moratorium on new books. All them books from last year, right? For the kids that are coming up to those class, you can use those books.
They can't use it.
Right? Look.
What is it? Next thing, right? What is it sense of giving a child a device, but they have no internet? They can't afford internet.
That is the next thing too.
They cannot afford internet. I have a family. I have about 8 families in the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 I assist. That is in the forest, where they find Andrea Barat up there, right? And I have families up there, and I don't know how they manage it because half of them they cannot afford even internet. You understand?
I tell you. But we gotta continue.
Internet is one thing. They might not even have electricity, so what they supposed to plug it in a flambeau? But they're boasting about technology and how they're doing this. How they're doing that.
Oh.
Or maybe they're supposed to plug it in the fireside. They like the chula out there.
You see me?
Guys, continue 1 minute there. Continue on, okay? Hold on. Hold 1 minute.
Okay, we're here.
Well, you know, I had an incline that things were bad, you know, because I follow everything. And you see those books are here? It's called 4th edition, 5th edition, 6th edition. When I went to school in my time, right? I too couldn't, nobody buy no books for me. The editions are just separated by a chapter, a line in a chapter, you know. Sometimes a line in a chapter is just different, or one chapter is worded differently, or basically that's all it is, you know. The whole book ain't changed, you know. Oh boy. The whole book ain't changed.
Reality we live in with.
Yeah. The whole book ain't changed. It's just a line or two, and they call it the 5th edition from the 4th edition, or the 10th edition from the 9th edition. And I wonder who getting kickbacks on these editions. Sounds like a book mafioso thing to me. You know?
A book pyramid scheme.
Yeah. Right, Tommy? What do you think it is?
There's no way that these books could be obsolete so soon.
Thank you.
No way.
No, but that's what's been going on for the past about, I would say, honestly, because my son finished school this year. He turned 18 last year, sorry. And in secondary school, for the entire secondary school from Form 1 to Form 5, right? Now we have family members, younger cousins under him, and those who were before him. And when you would think that, okay, going up a level, you could get books from, because it's the same school. You could get the book from your cousin who passing, who going up or who leaving school. And it's not. Even in primary schools, it is the same thing. You have siblings attending the same school, just levels apart, and they cannot even use the books to attend the same school. Perfect example, my 2 teenagers, one did CSEC last year, and then his sister came and did exams this year, and the book lists were totally different under a pandemic. So here we had a standard 4 student going up into standard 5, and books changing overall, and we were under pandemic.
The government,
and that's something that a lot of families dealing with this right now.
The establishment,
a lot.
The establishment should be providing the books for the people. This is what I say. Yeah, me, the storm said so. Since the pandemic come and you shut down the people and you do all this stuff, Dr. Rowley, you and 𝗪𝗵𝘀𝗄𝗧𝗏, y'all should rub all your heads together, all the money, all your withdraw from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, all you buy books and give the people children. Yeah, Storm says so. Things people fighting to talk about, I go say, with the money from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, or buying luxury vehicle, buy books and give people churn.
But Diana, not only that, Diana, listen to that, Diana. What the government can do is listen. Politicians deserve clerks, right? However,
they deserve They deserve swordfish and look. Answer, don't get me vexed.
Let me finish. Right? Them perks is not gonna go away. Perks is not gonna go. However, this is what we can do. You see that tax exemption that they get? What you can have the politicians do, every time you buy a luxury vehicle, right, take 30 or 40% of the exemption that you are taking and donate it to some needy charity or something in Trinidad and Tobago. Because this now, if you do that, there's a great possibility you might say, no boy, I don't want to pay that extra $200,000, you know, so I'm buying that luxury vehicle. Right? You have to be something in there, right, in order for them to say, I don't want to do it.
But answer, in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of the chaos that the government caused upon the people by mismanagement, them spraying, okay?
No, Gary.
I see people run and jump in a pool, and poor people in the drain.
We can't even go to the river to wash our clothes if we don't have pipe-borne water, no water in the tank. You can't go by the spring to wash your clothes, they get in charge. And this is not no hearsay. These are personal friends I know that living in Blue Basin had no water home for over 2 months. And they have to hide and duck to go to the spring to take water, to wash the clothes and to take a bath and hope and pray police didn't see them. Because if they see them, they're running them through the bush and the hole in you and charging you.
Did you see the article? 132 valves shut off. They're non-functioning. And Wassa, it was recently in the papers. I sent you know.
Yes.
So listen to me. The people in the country have to rise up and show the politician that they're not going to take any more.
But Gary, I think when we say rise up, we don't mean riot or anything like that. I don't want people to misquote.
I rioting all the time.
No, I don't want people to misquote or misread what we are trying to say. Right? Because we at WZYE, we don't want people to say that people on WZYE 95.9 FM and the management are promoting anything to do with riot. When we say rise up, we want the people to be more proactive with respect to things that they are seeing happening and do things. For example, the thing that you talked about, Gary and Diana talked about, put signs in your yard, put signs in your house, put signs in your window, right? That's part of rising up.
But I rioted from day one, and me a block no road, and I burn no debris.
So let me wait. Here's what I suggest. Why the politicians don't donate their salaries to their constituents? Hello, well, I putting it out there. Donate all your salaries to all your constituents, your various constituents, to let the most needy, because I understand some of them working too, because nurses and policemen and blah blah blah. To the most needy, start from the most vulnerable people and work your way up and get them and let them buy books and pay the back rent and pay the back bills and blah blah blah. Dr. Rowley, huh? I don't tell to do that for all the people for the months coming up, so they can have catch up on their bills and buy these exorbitant book lists that the children are going to need.
Then I know what I will say to you. We spend our salary.
Wait. No, they're gonna say that I'm drunk because one of your PNM 𝗵𝗲 drinking people said that I'm drunk and they talk about my hairstyle. So I had to let them know that this hairstyle, I just get paid US dollars to model it just so. You understand? Just so. How does hairstyle cut? Just so I just get paid US dollars to model it. And the accent he hearing is a Bajan accent that me and more motley does carry too. Your PNM 𝗵𝗲 drinking people attacking me.
Hey.
Well, sorry to cut you all.
All right.
All right, Zahir. Sometimes it just get a little hot in the village. No.
It's all right.
Sorry to cut you all short, but I have to go. I'm hungry.
Okay, Zahir.
But my number. Any closing words before you go? Zahir, any closing words before you go?
Any closing words is that I'm here for you all, and the same way you all help me out to help back. Anyone interested in getting help, give them my number. Right? I'm willing to help anyone. Reach out to me, 7569846. And we'll be happily and gratefully assist anyone.
Okay.
Feel free to give them our number. We will just end you and thank you all again. May God bless all of you all. And remember what I'm doing here it went a lot with what you all did for me, and I'm forever grateful to you all. You are part of my family now.
Okay.
Right? And Miss Goodrich, give me a call when you finish. And we will chat from there.
Mrs. Ahiri, we will chat a bit later on. You go have your dinner. I am going to do the same.
Love you all.
Yeah.
Love you too, so you be safe.
I want to encourage people to contact Zahir and donate to his cause if members of the diaspora outside can help contribute to this, this battle. And the same thing with that, what you did a few days ago, Ansem in 𝗵𝗀𝗄𝗃 there, that they should contact you on the station and try to partner with you on this effort.
Ms. Goodrich, we want to thank you so very kindly for joining us. We
was
really
a pleasure.
And
thank you for having me on the program also. And to everyone who's listening, maybe locally or internationally also, hold the faith and keep strong. We're all in this together.
But let me say this before you go. You are looking very beautiful, fantabulous, and splendiferous,
You can actually see me. Yes, you can see me, okay? You can see me now.
We want to ask you the same question we asked you before. What is your message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago? What is the message you would like to send to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago?
The message that I would like to send to the Honorable Mr. Keith Rowley, you need to really look into your social development program, not just for disabled people, but overall for all of us, the blind, disabled, all. We need your help also. We need your help also. Your people need your help. You need to wake up and shake up. Get down on the ground, get your people on the ground, and see what your citizens need. We're crying out to you, sir. Your people need you. Have a blessed night.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate that.
Good night.
Yeah, we want to thank you.
The entire I-95 team. I am looking to go have dinner now. Look, my little gremlin come to see what Mama doing all the time.
Hello.
This is my 5-year-old. So from my family to you all, may God continue to cover you all and keep you all safe during this pandemic, to continue doing the great work you all are doing internationally, helping everyone. Thank you all so much. You mean a lot. You all really mean a lot to a lot of us. Thank you.
Good night. I'll be in touch.
Thank you. We'll be in touch.
I will be, yes.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I tell you, folks. I tell you, boy. Oh, boy.
Well.
Ansem, I had to mute myself and take myself off. Tears were coming down my eyes.
I know.
Painful. It's painful.
Very, boy. And this one man's causing all this on his people.
Mismanagement of a country.
The man is heartless, boy. If you think about it, he's heartless and he's arrogant too. I mean, how many times we have seen this? We have tried to work with him. I mean, as much as we try to reach out to him, he ain't budging. He putting up the show and putting up the song and dance. He has not made any effort to bring everybody. He's spitting poison. How can you work with somebody that is so bitter?
Well, Mr. Ali said something that was very significant, that both sides of the divide are playing the fool.
Yeah, Tommy, I hear that point. But what I'm saying to you, look, Dr. Rowley is very arrogant, very hostile, and totally heartless. Mrs. B. 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗃, she falls, but she was never so heartless to our people like that. You can't compare that. There's no comparison to Dr.
At this particular time, she has a chance to step up and make a difference. Even though she's not the Prime Minister, she can make a difference. Instead, she's playing the fool also.
Well,
We have to be real.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I have chastised her. But what I'm saying in comparison, he's the prime minister. You can't make no suggestion to Dr. Rowley.
Well, just let's ignore him and have the opposition act and do the right thing.
The opposition is doing what they can do legally within their limitations. They are helping a lot of people that they're not broadcasting. I mean, you had a few of them here talk about that. But when it comes to making decisions for the country, they're knocking on everything the opposition say. So I mean, we got to be realistic too. At the same time, I mean, the people, there has to be leadership to mobilize the people, non-violently, because they're quick to jump and say we're trying to create riot. You could riot peacefully. You could riot and stand up in front of your property.
All right. But Gary, we shouldn't use that word riot.
Riot, no.
We shouldn't use that word riot because riot has a connotation that we don't want to identify that connotation.
Yeah, but I'm showing a reference in the sense.
Yeah, but we don't want, we really and truly, we don't want to even put that word out there because if we do that, we are like Donna Cox calling people greedy.
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Riot.
So we don't want to use that word.
Maybe stand up for their rights, but not riot.
We want to be riot. Careful with the words that we choose. And we here at WZYE don't want to be identified with that type of word.
Exactly, I'm saying.
As being seditious. No, Gary.
But let's no, Gary. That word. We don't want to use that word because that's not what we are about here. We are not about that word. Because that word,
then they can silence us, Gary. Then they can stand up and fight for your rights, but not riot. Then they can silence us, and then we don't have an avenue anymore.
What you have to understand also is that we have a license, and the license has to be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
And there are people who don't like what we are doing
already. So
we cannot give them ammunition to try to come at us. Right? So we have to be very careful in the words that we use.
Yes.
And we use the example as what the words that Donna Cox used, the greedy. Even the Prime Minister talk about the people and the senior they are leeches. We don't want to go down that road. We are not like that. We are different. Right? So we want to be very careful in the words that we use. All right.
It's important
go ahead, Tommy.
It's important to take the high road at all costs.
When they go low.
Yeah. But this is something that's going on in Trinidad, and listen to this.
Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who pay. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from town.
Sufferers only want to know
where food coming from.
That's what for the races. That's what for the races. Anytime you're born separated and you hear them running them out, it have a whole set of people don't care what they talking about. A racist is someone living happy and all their family doing well. So race talk is ready, not for people. It's the ghetto catching hell. Now tell the racist, right don't care about God. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who
up early next morning, go down in the tent yard. You see so much different race, so much different people line up with the ID card. Or visit my village called 𝗪𝗏, where there is no war, suffer years. So much different race, so much different color, with a bucket full of shedding tears. Now tell the racists, I don't care about color. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who live in, who live. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to hear what we let food coming from. Visiting General Hospital, and I know that you would be shocked to see so much different race of people line up waiting on one doctor. Or pay a visit to the 8th ward, where they find no cure, and yet people don't know the race. Yeah, remember the color. All they know is that their face is death. Now tell the racist, I don't care about what? Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who live in, who lives. What? Sufferers don't care who from country. What? Sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to hear women who coming from. I raised someone who has something that they want to protect. So they always keep on talking the rainbow till the but for people, we have nothing. So they can see from the crowd. So I want to go and to tell all the racists, suffering is not one. And the racists, sufferers don't care, sufferers don't care, sufferers don't care, no, sufferers don't care who migrate from there or who live in, who live. And the racists, sufferers don't care who migrate. Sufferers don't care who from. Sufferers only want to hear what the next who's coming from. Sufferers don't care about. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who live in, who lives. Sufferers don't care who from country. They don't care who from town. Sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to go. They never go in the sun. Love you, love you. Sufferers don't care about race.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that song is a poignant song now in Trinidad and Tobago. Sufferers don't care. All they care about is where the next plate of food coming from. And let me say, let me apologize to everyone. I just spoke with Judge Volney, and we were having a little difficulties. Hey, what about this one? Look this one now. I'm supposed to do an editorial tonight. The mayor from San Fernando just sent me a text. I invite him on the program because he made a statement. He made a kind of out of time. Look how I am. Look how I deviate from one subject to the next so quick. Oh God. And yes, but anyway, the mayor of San Fernando, the Honorable Junior Regrello, made a statement. And I wanted to do, if we have time tonight, I want to do a quick editorial on that. So I sent him an email for him to come on the program. And he said, no problem. My email is mayorfcc@gmail.com. So I'll send him an email and see if we can get him to come on the program on Thursday. Right? So we could line that up. And also, Judge Volney just apologized to everyone, all the people online, all the people who are listening on WZYE 95.9 FM, in that he was unable to get on tonight through the link. He was having some problem with Safari. So, we're going to bring him back. Let me just respond to this guy. Okay, we'll send. We're doing this thing while we're on here. We'll send email, okay? So you guys are in it, you guys are hearing things that happen live on direct, So when they get breaking news here, there's only one that come into the village. We was going to, you know what it is? Diana, Tommy, and Gary. Oh! All right, let me finish with this one. Let me say, okay, we'll send email. All right, hold on. Okay, we'll send email. Okay? All right.
All the men can multitask, you know that.
What are you talking about?
All they can multitask, all they can pat all their head and scratch all their back.
Be careful because I do that all the time.
But I don't know what she talking about, Gary. I don't know what you talking about. What are you talking about?
You can't scratch your back and pat your head at the same time.
Maybe Belgian men.
Hey, what is that?
Maybe Belgian men can do that. But Trinidad can multitask, triple task, sixple task, all kind of tasks, boy.
Hey, you talking about my father?
You want to talk about your father? I don't know. But listen. You might have a side chat, you have a side discussion going on in the chat,
Yeah, I see. I see.
But listen, we have a fellow by the name of Mad Dog. Mad Dog. Actually, he has a real name in a way.
He said this program is good, real good, boy.
Who said that?
Mad Dog. Cheese sticks, Mad Dog. Yeah, this program does go real good, boy.
Yeah, Mad Dog, where you from? Mad Dog, Mad Dog. Put in the chat where you're from now, with a name like Mad Dog. What kind of Mad Dog is that? Is it a pit bull?
Nah, he's a dustbin terrier.
Mad Dog. Yeah. She sticks it. That's a mad button.
Where you get these people from, boy? A smart, civilized one.
Wait now, a smart, civilized Mad Dog?
Oh my God.
How are you going to be mad and civilized at the same time? Albert Montano say, how come every time you try to get serious, people there's a problem? I like that mad potong.
Yeah, they mess they mess with the judge line now. Safari internet.
Yeah, they mess with You know that's true, Dana.
Yeah.
One MC say, oh my dog, we don't get recognition on Douglas politics. So we go make people take we on good, bad, or ugly. Yeah, when all they come in here, all they make the program. We just, Mark Daniel said through that run at my dog, one boy, he was on Douglas.
Hey, what is it about a Bajan woman? A Bajan woman carry a Trini man and she tell him do what he does do best.
Who's that? Ron said that, right? Ron DMC said that. Ron DMC said that.
The woman and 𝗵𝗫, yes?
I didn't see that, but I Ron DMC, right? Right, Ron DMC, right? He said that, right? I figured Ron DMC, but I name like Ron DMC from 1982. A long time. Mark Daniel says, Rowley doing what he wants, and have the UN law protecting citizens that want to protest.
Gary, where you find these people from?
What people I find?
In the chat.
Everybody's invited here in the village, Nobody excluded.
and Gary, you're right, We don't block nobody from the village. If you want to come, whatever you want to come, just keep it clean. That is all you have to do.
If you want empirical evidence, come, you go get it.
Come in the village, man.
If you want empirical evidence, come, you go get it in the village.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, drop some lyrics on me, some music. Now we beat some iron.
For Saturday.
No, tonight. Play some music tonight too.
But listeners, Ulrich, I don't like to go and make 𝗪𝗏 people, eh? Yeah? All you know is I like to pick on Ulrich, eh? Hey, Tommy, Mark Daniel say I like to hear Tommy. Tommy silence, I hear you. Tommy,
Let me say something.
Somebody gotta say something. Say something.
Now you see why he's the outside try, right?
People in East Orange ain't saying nothing. People in West Orange ain't saying nothing. Somebody gotta say something. Say something. Oh, my dog said thanks to the warm welcome. I see in here real vibes already. Yeah, real vibes in here. Anytime you come in here, you new. We welcome you, boy. Oh,
yeah, boy.
Yeah, we playing that.
Yes, our children landed safety from Barbados.
Yay!
Yeah, I see that, boy.
Yeah.
Yes, but they had to go in quarantine.
Yeah, and
but they made it. They're not the pay. It's free. It's free, right? Free, right?
Listen to me. They couldn't tell our children that because I make sure it's taken.
Gary, probably with that volume on your mic, if you could.
Gary's voice. Gary have a cold.
Is it coming in low or high?
Yeah, coming in low.
Low?
Yeah. Hey, Ulrich. The man name is Honorable. It's Honorable. The Prime Minister is Honorable. Yeah, and Ulrich, I like Ulrich, and Ulrich dropped the HS. He said Honorable. ONARE. Trinidadian is the best, He said Honorable. Yeah. What we gotta do? We gotta send Tommy to fix Gary mic.
Then we ain't gonna hear nothing at all.
Tommy, where is boy?
I hear. Only not nice to me at all, eh?
Okay. People in the chat. Mark Daniel say, I like to hear Tommy. Mark in the chat say that.
All right. Mark, Mark, I'm back. I was having a little problem communicating before, but I'm back. You want me to fix Gary?
Yeah, we got to fix Gary mic. We could do a Zoom.
Oh, man.
We go fix Gary mic by
You see, I tell you, men can't multitask. I tell all you got problems. You cannot multitask.
Stop it, Diana.
Yeah. You get that from you. We have some real good cheese sticks. My dog, Run DMC. Hey, Linda, we ain't call the men for the night, Linda, welcome you. Oh. A person just sent me something. They say, I better to work to use is civil disobedience.
Yeah.
Civil
disobedience.
We had to choose the word. Civil disobedience is so good. Hey, Anthony Medford What kind of language is that? All right, I ain't gonna say that one. Yeah, social unrest sounds good. Yeah. Correct is right.
Civil disobedience.
Yeah, civil disobedience. Yeah. We like that. We could use that all the time, anytime and all the time.
Well, Ron said he can multi-drink. Where these people come from, boy?
Yo, that's why he was on Big Black Politics. You know? That's why he was on Big Black Politics. Hey, Mark said back to differ, Diana. Diana, what you back to differ on, Mark?
Whatever, Mark.
I don't know what it is. Right. Somebody gotta say something.
Drop a lyric on them and let me beat a iron or something.
Which one you go drop there? Hey, put some music in the chat.
I put
Hey, my dog.
I put a merchant song.
Yeah, I will get that one. My dog, since you come the first time, put that song in the chat there. Now you run. My dog.
Yeah, he could put some kind of dirty. Not Rose. Yeah. Rose and she two of them thing. No.
No, we got Rose last time. Rose got Rose or Sparrow.
Two of them. You know where she mine is in
my dog coming where you drop a dance hall.
No.
Boy,
we call chocolate so.
No. But we ask him. So we have to pop whatever he asks. We ask him. Who's Swanee? What's the name of the song? You have to go with the name of the song, man. Swanee. Who's Swanee? All you know Swanee? That song clean. You could only play clean songs, you know.
And so I just send you a song there.
Send me.
Well, yeah, I know what song it is. For liar, liar.
Liar. Look what Ron put. Yeah, see it. Beaten by Michael Jackson.
Alright, beat it.
Yeah, alright, let me get that one.
Are you hearing me?
See if we get that one. I hear you.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I just answer my song there.
Yeah, I get it. I'll go pop that one too.
I'm not hearing him now. Something went wrong.
Hold on. We want to welcome in my dog. But I mean, like, yeah, we hear you. Yeah, I get it.
I'm not hearing Ansem at all.
Oh, no,
we can hear you.
Hold on.
Ansem is talking and I'm not hearing him at all.
Hold on. Okay, only hear me now, right?
Yeah.
I had another thing in the background. Hold on. Let me get this phone here for my dog. My dog, when you want run the MC, go and do black politics, ask them to play a song for you too. All you do so long and all you must even get one song yet. All you now come on and all you getting song here. You see? So they treat all you. You so good we just treat them, Diana. And Tommy and Gary. And Gary go get yours now.
Well, we want the people to understand. Listen to me. We want to hear your voice. This is an opportunity to voice what's going on with you in the country. Tell us what's going on in your community. If you're okay, maybe somebody in your community is not okay. Let us know. This is an opportunity for you, to voice your opinions and let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Correct is right. That was for my dog, boy. Welcome of all. Michael Jackson beat it. So folks, it's In the Village with the Dark Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And we're going to go a little extra to play a little bit of music. Coming up next is Gary. And Ulrich say you want a song, then you say you don't want no song. You can't even make up your mind. Something wrong with that for
It's top of the hour, brother.
Yeah. Of course, it's In the Village with the Dark Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're going to go for a quick break, station identification, and we'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, this one is going out to Gary, boy. Gary won this one. Gary, this one is for you, partner? Let me get that one up there for Gary. Alright, pass on anything now. Your song had to be we don't want no 1942 song, You want song We want a song later than that. Here we go. This is Gary.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think the government in this country should treat the people more seriously. When they have the parliament meeting, something constructive should be happening. I visit them one evening in the parliament meeting, but what I see happening, like these people high over cocaine. Why this speaker meeting? In parliament it makes sense. Eric with a newspaper reading. In parliament it makes sense. They want to stop old people from driving. In parliament it makes sense. Get the long say joke they're making. In parliament it makes sense. Fixing all the time. Blowing everybody mind. Fixing all the time. Blowing everybody mind. I know this country has problems, and there's nobody to solve them. The opposition may be rough. Boys to play in the house. We can't get lights and water. Look at the situation with WASA. They only making confusion, billing calls for horses to run. Why is the speaker speaking? In Parliament the Kingston. Murray with Tobago flag flying. In Parliament the Kingston. Sean Pandey always arguing. In Parliament the Kingston. They want to build cars for horse racing. In Parliament the Kingston. Kingston all the time. Blowing everybody mind. Kingston all the time. Blowing everybody mind. Food stuff are a shortage daily. Business places running in the city. Before they watch this thing seriously, the only thing is a comedy. Ridicule and the party giving, and all of the members laughing. While they having a good time, we catching we royally time. Why is the speaker speaking? In Parliament the Kingston. But in making sweet I go sell with. In Parliament the Kingston. So much of dirty water we drinking. In Parliament the Kingston. We have a telephone and it's working. In Parliament the Kingston. If you paying for election coming. In Parliament the Kingston. So we put a cabinet in the kitchen. In Parliament the Kingston. Every day sicky playing. In Parliament the Kingston. Nothing in the country working. In Parliament the Kingston. Mr. Speaker, sir, I really admire the behavior of the opposition. Shah and Pandey, they are always fighting among each other. I believe they are really great lovers of themselves.
And of course, that is the one and only explainer, but they kicks in Parliament.
Who was playing Iron there?
Diana.
Diana? That's a Bajan Iron?
When you done, put on my tune, Toko band for him. When you done.
Last time.
I will, yeah. Beat him. Let me show you that since I Bajan Iron.
Well, if you're beating iron, that ain't gonna work. You gotta play it.
Or the iron ham is so basil there. Any one of them two you can put on. Since he wants to fess me.
If you hear that woman beat the iron last time, I ain't gonna lie to you, partner. I was a long iron, you know.
I was just
I'm going mad, but we're going back. This one is for Diana. We're going back. We're going way back, but way back. We're going way back, Diana. Diana, I know which one. You don't know which one I will get, but I like this one too. Here we go with this one. We're going with this one. Huh? No, that one. We're going with the other one. Where's the other one? Remember the other one?
Oh, go ahead. Wherever you drop.
You forget the other one?
Go ahead. Wherever you drop.
We're going with the sisters this time, but the sisters.
Hi, Tommy.
What are these sisters?
What are they doing? Jackass in the scene?
What's it, Tommy?
Give me some donkey brown.
Oh God, Tommy throwing me off.
Play. Play. Play if you could play. I'll give you a course.
You don't give me a course. You rhythm going on your rhythm. Remember the thing is.
I'll give you a rhythm course.
Donkey. You gotta give me a rhythm course.
What?
Thing hits in there. You want none of me, boy? You want none of me? Boy, you beat him? Boy, you beat him, sir?
You know,
I make him a own rhythm. I bad like that.
I ain't his songs, man.
You going?
I'm not hearing him.
Who you not hearing? Who you not hearing?
With the music. Bring the music.
No, we're not hearing him.
Nope.
No.
That's why I stopped beating.
Nope. It's a hand on
You know,
music.
I had a proposal for a stranded citizen man.
What you had a proposal for, Gary?
A stranded citizen ban, you remember?
I'm so we're not hearing it.
No, I take
Something
it over. One more song.
Okay.
A fella asked for a song called "𝗵𝗻𝗃" by Sparrow. Oh, you know that song?
Nope. Never heard it.
Where's that song? You know that song, Tommy?
Gary?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Maybe
wait. That's about Ramesh Maharaj?
Yeah. Hey, Medford, you had to put the name of that song. I put marriage, but Ramesh, I can't find that.
I look it up.
What kind of entertainment beat is that?
Who's that?
Run DMC.
Well, probably talking to Tommy. He ain't talking to me.
I'm the official drummer, you know. Anyone who knows me, they know.
I'm choking.
Be careful.
Wait. You want me to present some of my work for you? You're a poet. Stick to poetry.
Maybe it is keep the drum. Maybe it is keep the drums in a case.
Yeah, Anthony Medford say, "That is me." Oh, what? Nobody know that song, Ramesh, man. That must be That must be a Belgian calypso.
Hey, watch it.
That must be a Belgian calypso. But hey, before we go, let me quickly put this up. Before we go, let me get this one up here, and we go get the mayor from San Fernando in here, so he could defend himself. Look at here. So I'm gonna read it for you guys quickly. This is the mayor of San Fernando. He stated, "It was just brought to my attention that the cost to get one athlete to Japan is around $25,000. Based on my limited knowledge in track and field, do we really have performers, with the exception of Walcott, Ahi, Carter, one or two of our cyclists, and Cedeno, who should be going? The aforementioned names are potentially capable of getting to a final and therefore deserve to be in Tokyo. Our best bet is to stand on the rush drum is Keyshawn Walcott. Do you know how many hampers 25,000 could buy? Right? Now, when I saw this, as an athlete, when I saw this, I was very disappointed in the Honorable Mayor of San Fernando, Honorable Junior Regrello. Right? It was very disappointing because what the mayor should have done, and what the mayor should have actually done, right? So I said to the Honorable Mayor of San Fernando, Mr. Junior Regrello 𝗧𝗏, you are so fantabulously correct when you stated that you have a little knowledge of track and field. You should have stopped there. As a 20 times world record holder as Masters track and field, you are absolutely clueless what it takes for an athlete to make or qualify for the Olympics. Did you question the Minister of Energy, Stuart Young, on timely purchase of a new Mercedes-Benz and how much hampers his tax exemption could have bought if he had donated that money, sir? It appears that your comment was totally misguided, sir. You may not know that in all races, 100 to 400 meters, you have to run in your lanes all the way or you will be disqualified. Mr. Mayor, sir, you ran out of your lane and I have to disqualify you, sir. So for the mayor of San Fernando, and he admit that he knows little about track and field, and this is part of the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago. He is absolutely clueless about what it takes to make the Olympics. And not only that, all the people that enter in the 100, less than 1% of them win a medal. They only give out 3 medals in the Olympics in each event. And there is only 8 or 9 people in the finals. So less than 1% get a medal, Mr. Mayor. So Mr. Mayor, really and truly, you know, some things is better left alone, and you don't have to have an opinion on everything. But Mr. Mayor, we have invited you here, and you graciously said you will come, and we would like to hear your opinion on what made you come to that conclusion. Every person on that Olympic team deserves to be on the Olympic team. Basically, we in Trinidad and Tobago believe that anytime you go to Olympics, if you don't come first, second, or third, you are a failure. And not only that, if you come third, you are still a failure because you didn't come second. If you come second, you are still a failure because you didn't come first. We in Trinidad and Tobago do not understand what it takes for a person to win an Olympic medal, you know. Less than 1% of the people in that event wins a medal. It's like when 𝗧𝗏𝗀𝗆 was winning them bronze medal. You know what they used to say? 𝗧𝗏𝗀𝗆 is a failure because he come third in the race. How could he come third? He should have come, if he comes second, they'll say he's still a failure, he should have won gold. But that is part of the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago. And the mayor of San Fernando, the Honorable Mayor of San Fernando, proves that we in Trinidad and Tobago do not cherish our athletes, and as our athletes put us on the map. Remember when we won the 4x400 at World Championships? We beat great United States of America, right? Remember when we come second with Richard Thompson anchoring the 4x100 meters? Nobody had us to win even a medal, eventually become a gold because one Jamaican got disqualified. So Mr. Mayor, and not just you, Mr. Mayor, but many people in Trinidad and Tobago, it is very difficult to make it to an Olympics or to a World Championship. Cherish those people who are making that, and don't equate that with monies that could have been done at a hamper. And if you're going to equate that, talk about all the monies that the politicians spend with vehicles and exemptions, and you could have taken that money and donated to hampers. Good, the chat silent, boy.
Ooh-wee. Well, you know, the thing about it, the man must have just vented because the local politician is the one facing the brunt of the problems on the ground with the people. You know. It's not the prime minister so much, and is your councillor and your mayor really facing the difficulty of the people. So he must have just expressed his his frustration where that money could have been better used. But he had to. It's good that you refocus him to see where money could have been better used that's being spent in the country. I mean, the Prime Minister and his team is holding the treasury while our people are suffering, and then they're issuing all these different fines, right? While them having a good time again, because that wedding with Faris went to, right, was X among the people there, while people couldn't even get a small gathering at their place, and police hounding them down. Now the Trinidad and Tobago police force needs to learn, a little bit on how to handle people. I mean, a man breaking a simple law, you going to knock him to the ground? I mean, you have to address these problems, in a more professional manner, and be a little more considerate to your people. You are the people's police force. You're not the government police force. The government is paying the salary with the people's money. So you need to get that straight. Okay. I mean, we have seen things in this country. We have seen things in Trinidad, and Trinidad has a way of copying things. You give a man a gun and sack, and he's a real cowboy. He doesn't know the real purpose of the gun and sack. I mean, he already, you give, I mean, a lot of these young policemen, they can't wait to go out there and pull the gun, but that is not what the job is about. There's certain things that come with the job. We were trained in security, and our job is to de-escalate the situation. Don't escalate it. I try. Tommy, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering about the use of the X-rays on civilians passing by in the automobiles. If that was something that was legitimate, legal.
Well, it's needed. I mean, we have a serious problem with people with gun violence.
You mean this, Gary? I mean,
as I say, we have the scanning machine, scanning vehicle, looking at firearms and other illegal items. As you can see, the vehicle driving past the scanning machine here, and the scanning device is hooked up to the truck. And as the vehicle drives past, it will be scanned, and the officer will tell us if there's anything illegal in the vehicle or not. We will pull aside, and the officer will do a search of the vehicle, see if anything illegal is found.
So you're a criminal. You could be considered a criminal, right? So they could, we have a guy here to talk about that, boy.
Mm-hmm. But because, that's a good piece of equipment in helping the police deter, when people are passing with weapons in the vehicle. I mean, that they could see. Now they have a little more evidence and justify cause to approach a vehicle. Before, they were just approaching people unnecessarily and really roughing them up unnecessarily and things like that. Now they have something that could give them a justified reason. I have a problem with the guns.
But Gary, I am considered, if I drive in my car down the road, I am considered to be a criminal. Right? I didn't break no law. You scanned me, and because of your scanning me, I am now become a criminal. You want to come and
no, it's not like
see me commit no crime? I didn't commit no crime. I told you I had to commit a crime for them to stop you.
Where, Gary? And where is these images being stored?
No, what I'm saying, they're looking for guns, right? If the vehicle's passing.
So we're scanning my car for I don't know gun.
Well, they don't know that.
Well, I disagree.
How many
I disagree, Gary. You should not be scanning me looking for no gun. I don't have no gun. You are encroaching on my personal right and property. Don't start me, Gary, now.
Gary, that to me is profiling.
Thank you.
Correct.
That is profiling. I can decide who I scan or who I don't scan.
Thank you.
I can decide, all right, I'm scanning that fella. I see a BMW 750 come, I decide not to scan them.
Well, I mean that is where I mean the
No,
discrimination can
I
take
don't
place.
agree. I don't agree with it.
But Gary, that's what happened in the United States of America. The police used to racially profile people in Brooklyn. Stop and frisk was racially profiling people. That
DWB.
Yep, doing your business while black.
Or driving while black. You see that? When I see that, I said, oh, I said, anybody you are now guilty before innocent.
Gary, wait a minute. Let me tell you something.
Deterrent strategy.
No, it's not good.
You have taken away my rights.
Right, you're taking away my rights.
You have taken away my rights illegally.
Gary, let me tell you something. I used to work a 3 to 11 shift at Airborne Express. I boarded a train and come home. You see how I just wear my hair? I always wear like this in the summer. Right. Coming home, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I used to stay by my cousin in Brooklyn. Live there with her. They're looking for some mail, right? So they pull everybody off at the Kingston and troop stop and slam all the way up against a walker in the winter time, like now, summertime. I had on like a light hoodie. It was late in the night. It was a little chilly for me in the train. You know, they had on the high air condition, yeah. And I come out the train and they slam us all up against a wall. So I said, wait a minute here. I know coming from work. We're looking for this 5'8" male. I said, hello, but I's a female. I now come from the people work. I going home.
Yeah, but slamming you, the approach is wrong right there.
But they profile me, they put me up, I'm black.
This is what I'm talking about, slamming people on the ground, slamming up against the
they
wall.
Slam me against the wall because I'm black and they're looking for this person, they say who boarded the train, and I am black and they're looking for a black male. I don't have male to all you, and I spoke and I identified myself as a female, and he challenging me, this white officer. I said, hey, let me tell you something. I identify myself, here is my driver's license. I'm a female. You say you're looking for a male. I leave in this line up against this wall. I walk in and going home. I'm living at 4. I live and I gave him my address. And if you want to shoot them back. And I left that lineup and I walk around by my business. Yeah, that's racial profile. You cannot tell me I'm driving in my car and you see the car and say, let me scan this car. That's profiling, and that is going to cause that's going to lead to a lot of
stop and frisk. That is stop and frisk. Diana, not only that, I want them to start in Goodwood Park first.
Thank you.
I want them to start in Marvel.
Thank you.
I want them to start in Sinclair.
Thank you.
That's why I want them to start first.
But they ain't gonna start there at all.
But that's why I want them to start.
That's not where they're gonna start.
Wait till they go down start. Wait till they go down start.
Lavender, Beatum, Sea-Lot, Tunapuna, all them here.
What? And listen, what? The people in the go along, get along, P&M gang. All you need them talking about that? All you them talking about that?
They're in the police force too. You didn't know that? They're in the police force too, big time.
I don't know, but listen, but you know, that is scary, you know.
They was utilizing the equipment to watch Kamala phone. They beat up Baste Pandey. Them same go along get on gang in the P&M police force there. All right, so we have a history of that. But anyway, what I'm telling you is, I don't disagree with the scanning. Is the aggressive behavior.
No, Gary,
slamming people.
Gary, that's scanning thing, boy. That's like stop and frisk, Gary. That is stop and frisk revisited in a different manner.
Well, I mean, you stop and frisk every damn body. But the thing about it is,
but they're not going to do
they're
that.
not going to stop and frisk everybody.
Yeah, but I'm not saying the point.
Because then believe the only person who have guns in Trinidad is them little black boys.
Yep.
And I could see a car. I could stand 100 feet up the road, and I could phone my fella down the road and say, "What? You know going on? A car coming down the road. We go stop this one. We go scan that one, right? We don't have to scan that one. Leave that one. Let that one go. Only know it is in Trinidad and Tobago, right? But people don't want to stand up and say nothing.
So how do you propose the police intercept these cars where these people are traveling with heavy equipment, guns and very sophisticated machine
Easy,
guns.
Gary. Easy. You see all the port, all these borders were open, and then the Dominic guns left, right, and center. You had to start day.
Scan
That's where you need. That's where you need
That's
to
where they
scan.
just scan.
Go and scan them there.
No.
When
they
them
have-
both
What
of
do you
them come
mean
in, scan
no?
them
No,
both of
they
them.
had to put the police force, the majority, to watch the stranded
You
citizens coming
need
in.
to scan the damn
Scan both of them when they come
containers with
in.
the
Scan
when
them
they're
left
coming
and right.
in.
No, they want the majority of the force to watch citizens coming in so we don't infect the whole country. They don't want them watching the borders.
Scan them left and right when they come in.
That's
That's
where you
when you
need
gotta
to
go and
scan.
scan.
And where
When you
does
go
the
and scan,
opposition stand on this?
you know what? We gotta ask that question. That's a good question.
Well, we had to invite them in the house. We had to
You know
invite
what
them in the
that
village to
question?
discuss.
Yeah, you know what them dealing with there? They want to deal with a saw. That's what they deal with. Right? They want to deal with a saw. You know, they want to deal with the saw. They want to deal with the problem. By the time you scan them, and you find a little gun, the problem is already there. You fixing that problem, right? You trying to fix that problem by profiling people.
But I mean, ask them they could stop a drive-by shooting by picking up a gun before he gets to kill somebody.
But no, guys, that's not the point. The point is that you have rights to stop and frisk, right? Stop and frisk took away many black youths' right in New York. And racial profiling when we drove on Eastern Parkway, when we drove on the Garden State Parkway, the New Jersey Turnpike, them state troopers used to profile you.
Yep.
That's right.
And they'll stop you because they see you know you and they have a trooper 200 feet up, and they tell you, you're coming down there, I follow a Mercedes Benz, a black fella driving a Mercedes Benz, and they can pull you over.
Yep.
Well, in Trinidad we have political profiling because all of we black down there. So who discriminating against who is political profiling?
Well, it's going to happen, Gary. It's going to happen.
Gary, you can't watch a person and tell what their political alliance
Well, that's
is.
what I'm saying. What discrimination you have here now? I mean, the majority of the police force, right, is people of Afro origin, very dark-skinned Indian, very dark-skinned
But
Indian.
that racial profiling could be profiled by a black police officer, a white police officer, a pink police officer, a green police officer.
So it had to be political discrimination.
No.
How do we classify it?
No.
Why was David Welch assaulted? Why was David Welch assaulted by the police force?
Gary, if you look at David Welch and you didn't know his political affiliation beforehand, would you think he's UNC?
How you mean? Why wouldn't you think he's UNC?
Answer me.
Answer.
If you just looked at him and didn't know his political affiliation, could you tell he's a UNC?
I couldn't tell nobody's political.
Okay, so that's the point. That's the point I'm making.
It have a lot of Indians. But David Welch is a well-known.
If you did not know,
the officer did not know nothing about David Welch.
Oh, come on.
All right. So let's say he didn't know. Gary, let's go with your synopsis. Let's say he didn't know. You know what he knew? He was black.
So what complexion was he a police officer too?
Forget. Let's say he didn't know whether he was a UNC, a PNM, a ILP, or a MSJ. Let's go under that assumption. One thing he knew that he was black.
He took a different approach with Philip Edwards, though.
When Philip Edwards Alexander go, one thing he knew that. Say you don't know Philip Alexander party's affiliation. You don't know whether he's a UNC, a PNM, a MSJ, a PDP. He knew Philip Alexander was light-skinned. When Gary Aboud, right, the activist for the Fisherman and Friends, did his thing, they know Gary Aboud was light-skinned, and they handled Gary Aboud with kid gloves. They arrested him nicely. They put the handcuff on him. Mr. Aboud, are you going to go down now, sir? Are you ready? Can you put your hands behind your back? Of course. I put my hands behind my back nicely. Something like that.
Are we hurting you?
Yeah, are we hurting you? Is the cuffs too tight? But however, David Welch, and that's why I tell people, I don't look at David Welch. I don't care if David Welch is a UNC, a PDP, a ILP, a MSJ, a PNM, I don't care. when them guys looked at him, they look at a little black boy from Mova Lavantil. And that's why I was upset with all them black people in PNM, in Gualong PNM ground, who criticized that young black kid. And the main one is the fellow who called himself a pastor, Pastor Google.
Yep.
Pastor, how many is a pastor?
Pastor or pastor?
A pastor.
He said to me that Mr. Welch came on his show and he pulled a knife on somebody on the show and there's a matter pending. So I said, okay, you pull a knife on somebody, all right, they had beef, whatever.
So nobody didn't attack Mr. Welch. Nobody didn't attack Mr. Welch.
I said, but did he, what does that have to do with him walking down the road to go and deliver a letter?
His rights. And they didn't treat the guy. No, I can tell you, and I'm saying this to people, this is one thing that they knew. They knew one thing. The common factor is that could have been me, that could have been you, that could have been Tony, that could have been Diana. When they come, they see you. They don't see UNC or PNM or ILP. No, they may know he's a UNC activist, whatever. But Gary, for example, look at the 3 footballers from England. Look at it.
Yep.
Those 3 black footballers playing for England. England make it to the Euro 2020 final for the first time in years. One little black boy took them to the final. And the English are rejoicing while we playing Italy in the final. Game tie 1-1. Right? Things nice. Penalty kick comes. The 3 black boys miss penalty. All them English people call them black boys all kind of names. They don't call them names because they were English citizens. They didn't call them names belong to a certain party in England.
What I'm saying, forget that for a minute. We're dealing with Trinidad and Tobago. The
No, Gary, but this is Gary, these are examples.
Yeah, but
these are examples. You cannot forget it. It's an example.
But listen to me. The majority of the population there is not us. It's not our complexion, right? In Trinidad and Tobago, the majority of us look the same way, right?
But Gary, the point is this: it doesn't matter wherever you are. It doesn't matter if you're in Russia.
It does matter because you're in your own yard. You and I in our own yard in Trinidad. Over here in New Jersey.
But them fellas is English.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you, over here in New Jersey, right? We are not the majority here, right? Our complexion is not the majority.
But we are targeted the most.
Okay, so what I'm saying to you, what I have a problem with
ain't that the truth?
We targeted the most.
In Trinidad and Tobago, these kind of things should never happen to us in our own yard.
But unacceptable anyway, Gary.
And it's been happening. It's been happening more so. If you object to the government, regardless of your complexion, the police force has been utilized to come against you. And they have attacked people and they have used people to do certain things to put you in your corner. That's why you see a lot of people so scared. The police force has been working with the politics in Trinidad and Tobago.
Ron saying leaving. Be closing soon, Ron.
No, let Ron go, man. That's all right. Ron, come back tomorrow.
Thursday.
Come back Thursday, Ron.
But anyway, what do you think should be done to the police officer who knocked David Welch to the ground?
Well,
he should be disciplined.
He should be disciplined.
Right? He should be reprimanded. And a message, I don't see no message yet from the Commissioner of Police.
No, the Commissioner just stay silent.
Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. You'll probably wind up on the ground too, just like David.
Yeah.
Just like Mr. Welch.
Anyway,
so,
we both.
Of course, it's in the village with the dark triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. Who closing tonight? Who haven't closed yet? Who haven't closed yet? Templars Creed. I wonder if Templars Creed is still there. Templars Creed, are you still in the chat? If you are there still, we normally have someone in the chat close the program. You can put your closing words in the chat, and we'll say your closing words on the program. Okay? Templars Creed. if you can put your closing words in the chat, we will yeah, Rick, that police should be dismissed. Temperance Creek, put your closing words in the chat, and we'll go with those words.
If I was the commissioner of police, he was fired long time. Okay.
But,
Yeah.
but he holding on for his job. He have to reapply for his job. So
Well,
he
yeah,
tied.
but when I'm saying show us, I mean, you know anything about it anyway. Let's see the investigation come up. What happens in the investigation? Let's see what Mr. Welsh lawyers does, and let's see what develops. But what I'm saying is we have to send a zero tolerance message that we would not tolerate any citizen being treated so for no reason at all. You can contain a situation. You're supposed to de-escalate a situation, not escalate it. All right?
Yeah.
So, folks, all right, Temperance Creek closing comments is in the chat. So, folks, when it's uncomfortable, when it's unpopular, even when it's dangerous to speak the truth, it is the precise time that the truth should be spoken. And in the words of Jimmy Carter, the measure of a society is found in how they treat their weakest and most helpless citizens. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall, so that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Diana, you want to go?
Okay. A message to Mrs. Sharon Rowley. I intercede on behalf of our suffering children, women, men, elderly citizens, disabled people of Trinidad and Tobago. Suffering is a state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship. Everyone experiences some kind of suffering through his or her life. Suffering can be either mentally or physically. The mental suffering is emotional pain that makes you feel worried. It is something that puts you in a very stressful condition that is hard for everyone to handle. Similarly, physically, suffering is visible pain that you can see on your eyes, but it is beyond your strength to overcome. Economic hardship and financial distress can have devastating effects on families. In tough economic times, many families lose their jobs, homes, cars, retirement accounts, belongings, savings, and more. Families often struggle just to meet basic needs. Unemployed fathers feel like a failure, are guilt-stricken and ashamed of losing their identity as the family's provider. Grown adult men and women with children may find themselves moving back in with their parents until they can put the pieces together again. Oops. Other families are moving in with each other. The shift from having something even moderate means to having nothing is devastating. When families are faced with the grief of losing everything and fear of never being able to recover, these uncontrollable circumstances may have drastic impact on families as a whole, on marriages, on husbands, wives, parents, and children. Some of these devastating responses are anxiety, depression, nightmares, post-traumatic stress, panic, confusion, inability to sleep, nausea, upset stomach, other physical and mental symptoms of stress and depression. Mrs. Sharon Rowley, do you think the suffering citizens of Trinidad and Tobago have the stamina to endure another day of agony or suffering? I implore you, woman to woman, please whisper quietly in the ear of your darling husband to revisit his policy on the SOE and at least open some sectors of the economy for even a few hours a day with proper health protocols in place and social distancing so that people can earn a living, engage the TTPS collegially, and let the populace earn a living. Please, Mrs. Rowley, I'm begging you, for the little child who is experiencing gas pains tonight, because they have no food in their belly, because their parents have exhausted their savings, unable to work, and have not received any grant from last year. Please, Mrs. Rowley, have a heart, won't you? This is Diana Benskin, the resident poet, bidding you auf Wiedersehen until we meet again. Good night, my beloved people.
That's no other than Diana Waveney Benskin. Tommy, you want to go?
Yes, sir. Bill Murray said, people are like music. Some speak the truth and others are just noise. Also, Thomas Edison says, your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. And that goes for those who believe that the Mercedes or whatever else is worth more than being compassionate and doing what's right by people. As a matter of fact, Bessie Anderson Stanley says this. He has achieved success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much. Pleasant good night to each and every one. And thanks for your time. Thanks for giving us your time tonight. Hope to see you on Thursday, God willing.
Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, and let's just say good night to everyone who joined us. Thank you for joining us. The invitation remains open for you to voice your opinion and let us know what's taking place in the country. My words to Dr. Rowley is, you need to get your act together, pal. And I'm not begging you, I'm telling you. I'm not asking you, I'm demanding you. You had enough chance, and we see more chaos upon chaos, and you continue to operate with any regards for people. This has to stop. This has to stop. You are the prime minister. You wanted to be prime minister. You are in the seat of the prime minister. You're in control. Take charge and make a difference in Trinidad and Tobago. This is the Trini Phantom saying good night. And I also want to thank the members of the government that assisted in those students going home, and especially the members of the Ministry of National Security and Health. Good night.
And we want to thank Zahir and Marissa for joining us tonight. We appreciate you guys taking the time to join us. And let me read Templar's Creed closing comments. Templar's Creed says, good night. Very informative. We'll tune in again. And let me go down here. We'll tune in again. Let's all stand together for equality and all humanity. So that is Templar's Creed closing comments. We thank you very much, Templar's Creed, and we welcome you here in the village with the Dark Triplets. And Tikisha, good night to you as well. Run the MC, Albert Montano, Cheese Sticks, boy. Templar's Creed, Mad Dog, boy. Mad Dog, and them say they run over from Douglas Politics to come over, boy. Run the MC. Of course, Rose. Let me see, I'm just going through here this real quick. Mark Daniel, of course. Mark Daniel religiously joining us from Tobago. All the time, Mark, we welcome you. We thank you for joining us. So much, but we had to go back. Ulrich, my partner Ulrich from Chumaka one time, and next time he from Shogunas. You can't tell which Mercedes he's driving.
That's because people run away from Chumaka into Central. The boy don't want to get shot up there.
Anthony Medford, welcome as well. Yeah. Rose, Calypso Rose, boy.
Just a quick note, I just wanted to remind everyone to make their signs. I'm still working on my signs. I'm a little behind in making my signs. Diana got her signs and her message well out there. I want to
I gotta do my sign too, yes, boy.
Yeah. The weather condition, I couldn't get to put the sign where I wanted to make my stance. But anyway, I just want to remind everyone, both locally in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, to make your signs and post it wherever you would like to, and take a picture or video and send your message, to us. And Ansem can tell you how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They can send it to, if you want to send it, you can send it to WZYE WZYEFM@gmail.com, WZYEFM@gmail.com. And if you do a video to send it to us, and we'll put it up on our YouTube page. So if you do a video, just send the video, send it to WZYEFM@gmail.com, WZYEFM. As a matter of fact, let me do this real quick. Let me put the email in the chat, WZYEFM@gmail.com. And you can also get me there as well. So the email is in the chat for everyone. You know, so when you do your little video, you know, just send it to us. So folks, again, it's a pleasure. We're going to go out tonight with Preacher.
The auntie will rise again. I honestly believe the auntie my country, Tobago and Trinidad.
Maplewood, New Jersey, broadcasting from Essex County.